Hello and welcome to another Friday reading vlog from me, Lauren from Lauren and the Books, and Minnie from the purriest purr girl of all time. It's Friday, it's time for a reading vlog, and as always, shall we go and... That's Minnie moving the camera around. Shall we go and make a cup of tea and I'll meet you on the sofa so we can discuss the plans for today and the question for today. Oh Minnie, I just want to stay in bed with you, but no, we will go and make a cup of tea and sit on the sofa. I'll meet you there. You gonna make me a cup of tea? Cup of the day. Should I meet you in there? I've just sat on and killed a daddy long legs. Sorry, that wasn't my plan. I didn't know it was there until I moved. So yeah, truth of the matter is, today is actually quite a busy day. I've got 2 videos to film on top of this video. I've got these will be out by the time you see this, my September reading wrap up, which I'll link down below, and my October TBR, which I'll link down below. It's also Outfits October starts tomorrow, so I've got a lot of prep for that to sort out. And the house is an absolute sty. David's been away. David does the majority of the housework side of life. He's been away on his stag do. He's back today, so I've got to go and pick him up at some point as well. And I just haven't been here. I was at choir, I was at my mum and dad's last night, late night on Tuesday. It's just been really busy, so I will be doing some reading today. I think majority of what I'm going to be reading today is audiobook, whilst I get on with my little tasks, but I'll talk about those later. But let's start with the question, shall we? The question, this is the 4th one of these we've done. I'm quite pleased with how it's going. How are you guys all finding it? I've been loving reading your comments of the answers to the questions. So let's go for this week's one. 4, I can't believe I've done 4 of these already. That is lovely. Just have a little shuffle. One day I'll get good at shuffling. Right, okay. War and Peace. Is there a book you've never read but tell people you have? Why? Is there a book you've never read but tell people you have? Why? So that is the question we will be answering at the end of this video. Please type your answers down below in the comments, but I will be answering that at the end of the video. I've already got a semi-answer for it. But I guess we'll go and pick the books that I plan to read today and make a start on the books, and I'll tell you about the audiobooks I plan to read as well. So let's go. So this is the last time you'll see this bookish setup here, because as I said, I'm filming my October TBR today, so these will all be changing over. Now, the book I need to read today is a book that I've already picked out already so far, and that's Nightcrawling by Leila Mottley, because I need to have it read by Sunday, and it's Friday, and it's this long. So yeah, so all of these books probably won't appear on my TBR next month, so this will be a whole fresh new setup next time you see this angle. But let's go over onto the sofa and talk about this. So yeah, Nightcrawling by Leila Mottley. It's a book club that I run with my friends online, and this was actually my pick, and it's got to be read by Sunday, so it's pretty bad of me to have only just started it now. But it's not, is it as long as it looks? Oh, I was like, it's not even 200 pages. It is, it's 267 pages. I'm hoping it's going to be very, very gripping. I was also a bit wary of starting it before David got back, because I'm not a good sleeper in a house when I'm on my own, and I didn't know if it was a bit creepy, so that's why I've left it until today to start it. I didn't want to be frightened on my own, so yeah, I'll be making a start on this. But as I said, I've got lots of sort of like chores and things to be getting on with and filming and stuff, so my audiobook situation is thusly. So I'm almost finished with, I say almost finished, I've got about 2 hours left on You Are Not a Before Picture by Alex Light. It looks like this, which is an audiobook that I'm enjoying, and it says here, how to finally make peace with your body for good. Now, you may well know that I've made peace with my body quite some time ago, but this is definitely an interesting look into the history of diet culture, and I've learned so much from this book already. Things like how BMI was never meant to be looked at on an individual basis. It was more of a measure of what populations are like and things like that. And yeah, so this, I feel like it's definitely taught me things in terms of diet culture, and made me sort of aware of the fact that I always claimed I've never had an eating disorder, but I've definitely had disordered eating over the years. Not for a long time now, I'm very happy in my body. But yeah, I found it quite interesting. But yeah, I've got 2 hours and 18 minutes of that left, so I imagine I'll get that done. And I'm listening to it on 1.25 because it's one of those books which is very sort of, she's quite slow in talking, but once you speed it up a bit. So yeah, so I imagine I'll get that done. So I'm 64% through that. And then one of our junior doctors left recently, and he said to me that he wanted to gift me a book on Audible, which I didn't even know you could do. So he asked me what book I wanted, and I thought, well, it would be perfect if I was to go for the new Adam Kay book. So I've picked the new Adam Kay book, which is Undoctored. I'll put it here, but I haven't started it yet. It looks like this. And I imagine I will get to that at some point as well today. So this is the story of a medic who ran out of patients. You'll know that Adam Kay's first book, This Is Going to Hurt, was one of my favourite books. It's The Secret Diaries of a Junior Doctor. And I've read that and listened to it on audiobook, and read the Christmas one and listened to it on audiobook. But this is the story of him after his life as a medic. So I don't know if I'm going to enjoy it as much, but I thought we could definitely give it a go. My most recent Adam Kay experience wasn't that great. I listened to his children's book, which is called Kay's Medicine, or Kay's Anatomy. Kay's Anatomy, I think it was. And it was very much aimed at children. There was like pus, puke, boo, poo, blood, wee, jokes in there, and yeah, just a bit young for me. So those are the plans. So those are the 3 books that will probably get read today. I'm going to sit and enjoy my cup of tea and start Nightcrawling, but I need to go and get... Always forget my bookmark. Don't forget your bookmark, this should be called. I'm back, and I've gone for this. When I've got, I do have specific bookmarks for specific books. If I've ever got, this is a Joni Clothing bookmark with the Dorno Porter print, which I absolutely love. And I think if a book's ever tall, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll definitely have that, because they fit in rather than peep out the top. But let's start. The first line is, let's see if it's scary. The swimming pool is filled with dog shit, and Dee's laughter mocks us at dawn. Well, I've read 14 pages. I very much enjoyed it. I do feel hooked already. So we're following, oh, I was going to say, I don't actually know this person's name, but it's Kiara. Oh no, I do think maybe they mentioned Kiara. Kiara's life, she's a 17-year-old, and she's got an older, she lives with her older brother, and they haven't got much money. And one of the things that's happening in this book in the early stages is that her and one of her friends, Ale, are going to a funeral of somebody they don't know, simply to eat. So yeah, she seems involved with her neighbours. her neighbour's life and her child. She's looking after herself and her sort of neighbour's child and her brother hasn't got a job, and she's having a hard time getting a job. So yes, I'm very invested already. I feel like it's really written very well, and I will continue. So what to do now? I sort of want to read for a little bit longer. I don't know what time David's flight gets in, and even then I don't know what time he's going to be at the train station for me to collect, so that's probably a bit later on. We're probably best to start with some chores. Maybe I'll put some washing on, tidy up the washing that is already out, although my period knickers are not going to be dry. Does anybody else have period knickers and they just literally I mean, I don't even know I'm going to dry them in this like weather now, because they were bad enough to dry when it was warm in here, but now it's not warm in here, although it's not too bad because I've got a t-shirt on today. God knows what how long they're going to take to dry. So yeah, I'm going to do a few chores, bit of washing. I've got hoovering to do and stuff. I've got also, there's just a lot of stuff around that I need to tidy up, so maybe I'll spend the next hour doing that and listening to an audiobook, because there's no point in getting changed until I've done my chores. I guess that's the order I'll do it in. Chores, then I'll start doing my filming and editing and everything, at which point I'll probably know roughly what time David's going to be back. Don't know what I'm going to do for lunch. Don't know what I'm going to do for dinner, because David says all he's eaten for 3 days is meat and cheese, so he's going to want some sort of health. So maybe I'll pop to the shops once I've picked him up and we can have something veggified. But yeah, that's the plan. So I guess I'll go and do a few chores then. You come with me?
Food is your only coping mechanism. Eating to soothe isn't an intentional decision. It's simply the only tool in your arsenal, and in that case, it would likely be helpful to... intuitive eaters, which has eliminated their fear of food, given them permission to eat what they want, and allowed them to find true food freedom. Where to start?
Does anybody have one of those Lakeland, oh, there's David's jumper, one of those Lakeland, or other brands are available, like clothes dryer, where you put like a cover over the top of it? It looks like an airer, not actually that big. Looks like an airer, but you have a cover that goes over the top of it. And are they any good? Because surely if you're plugging something in, that's going to be... These clothes have been out for like 4 days and they're just about dry. Because I'm thinking of asking for one for Christmas this year, if it's any good. Period knickers, just an absolute nightmare to dry. And also they tell you not to put them on direct heat. So people who have period knickers, how do you get them with drying yours, or is it just a simple 2-week process, or you wear them and then you just leave them to dry until the next time you David's Alison Hammer t-shirt, until you need to wear them again? Is that what happens? But yes, interested in clothes drying chat, please.
Or maybe you are socialising more than you did before. You name it.
You might not be able to hear me properly. Oh, that's hot, because the washing machine's on spin. Oh, I look like I'm really in a darkened room, don't I? That's because there's no lights on it. Almost at the end of a good old tidy up now. David's just texted to say they've just landed. He's got to get through airport security and then get the train home, so that's going to be a few hours. So I think the next plan is, I've got an hour and 28 minutes of my audiobook left. So I think the next plan is finish this washing up, which I'm going to do shortly. Oh, by the way, everyone keeps asking, because at the beginning of these videos I've been showing the mugs that I'm using. I thought I'd do that because we've got a lot of mugs in this house, so I'll show you. But the two that I showed in the first 2 videos, one of which was mine, one of which was David's, I'm washing up David's one now. These are from Emma Bridgewater, and she does, I don't think these ones are on the website anymore, but she brings out sort of autumn and Halloween and Christmas different prints and styles every year. So that's where those are from, if you're interested. I'll link Emma Bridgewater down below. I've been quite good with linking things down below in these vlogs. That's because I go and write it all down and say, you must remember to link this. So I'll have to go and write this down to remember. But yeah, so an hour and a half of the audiobook left. Obviously I'll listen to some when I'm going to pick David up in the car as well, so that will definitely be finished. And yeah, it's going well. I don't think there's much more I can say about it, and also due to the fact I'm going to wrap it up soon, I'm waiting to finish it before I wrap up my reading wrap up. But yeah, I've found it, it hasn't been super helpful for me because I'm already sort of there, but I have found the stuff about diet culture interesting, and I think definitely if that's something that you struggle with, then I would definitely say it's very, very informative and I was going to use the word digestible, which is good really, isn't it? So yeah, well there we go. Oh, I've just washed these up the wrong. I've just done my greasy pan and I've got my water bottle to wash up. I'll have to just rinse that. There's that. And yeah, I guess I'll go and have a shower and get ready. I'm feeling quite pleased with myself that I've got all that. That only took an hour, all those chores. All the chores that I put, although we'll do proper chores tomorrow. I mean, it wasn't exhaustative. No accessories were used on the Hoover, let's say. But yeah, there we go. David will be pleased when he gets home and his good little wife-to-be's done all the tidying. He really will. Hey, so I filmed and edited Lauren and the Books, not Lauren and the Books, the October TBR. I'm just uploading it now, and then I've also started filling my Outfits October jar, which I'm excited about. Can't believe it's October tomorrow when I'm filming this, so I've got a little bit of planning to do for that. So I'm doing quite a bit of multitasking at the moment, and I'm 29 minutes till the end of my audiobook, and David's just texted to say he's going to be home at either 10 to 4 or 25 past 4. So I'll be picking him up in about 2 hours. Oh, at the very most 2 hours, so that's exciting. He's just going to see what time he's going to get in, and he said he wants a bath, so that means I can have a bath too. Yeah, so I'm going to crack on with that. Carrying on adding. My TBR is pretty big. I said I'd link it down below already, so you'll get to see that. And yeah, then I'll start my new audiobook, I think, when I go and pick him up. He's home! I'm so happy you're home. You look so cosy.
I feel cosy.
Oh. So, how are you feeling, David, after the big stag weekend?
Just very...
You loved it, didn't you?
I loved it. It far exceeded...
He went to Oktoberfest in Munich.
In Munich. And yeah, it far exceeded my...
Expectations.
No, sorry, as in my and my friends' expectations.
Your wildest dreams.
Yeah, we thought it was up there and more. It was...
But what do you feel like now?
Just very tired, very achy.
I want a bath.
I want a bath. I went on some roller coaster rides last night and they were a bit bumpy. But,
and he's been wearing the same pair of boots literally for like 4
Tuesday.
days straight.
Yeah, since Tuesday.
So you haven't taken them off.
No, but I do like them boots. But yeah, my feet are a little bit sore. Like where
you look really short for some reason.
Where I've got like a dark lederhosen and it's new. It's like and it was raining quite a lot. It was running, so like my fingernails are quite really dirty.
He's gonna have a nice soak in the tub.
I'll have a lovely soak in the tub for a little while.
And then I'm gonna make a
I just want to eat some veg, guys.
Well, I'm making a chestnut and mushroom casserole with some mash and broccoli on the side. So I'm gonna get in the bath now.
Yeah.
I'll do a bit of reading in the bath.
Yeah. I
started listening to Undoctored by Adam Kay when I went over to pick David up.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's okay. It's about what happens when he quits.
Oh, okay. And what he goes,
being a doctor.
What, and gets into stand...
Well, at the moment he's living with his parents. His dad, I didn't realise this, but his dad's a GP, and his dad was quite disappointed when he left the profession. His dad sort of had quite a calm GP existence, I think, compared to like an obs and gynae doctor now compared to when his dad was working. And yeah, I think his parents were a bit disappointed, but he's just moved back in with his parents and stuff. So yeah, the tone's very good and funny. I was a bit worried because the last Adam Kay book I listened to was that children's one, and I didn't like it because it was all poo, wee, pus, blood jokes.
I'd probably like it.
Yeah, you probably would actually. But yeah, I quite enjoyed it. So I'm going to listen to more of that when I'm making dinner, but I'll take you along with me to make dinner. But yeah, I guess I'll go and get in the bath now and use one of the bath bombs.
Yeah.
And have a lovely time.
Very nice.
Are you looking forward to getting in there?
Yeah.
I've filmed and edited both my videos. The second one's just uploading now, so I've done quite a lot today, plus done all the chores. I'm feeling very And I've got to prepare for... Is that Outfits October tomorrow? You better get your camera skills ready, David.
Oh yeah, I left you, weren't I?
Yeah.
Already.
You're so tired, aren't you?
I am very
I'm
tired.
so happy you're home. Hey! I would say I'm in the same outfit as earlier, but I've actually accessorised it with this cat cardigan. So David's in the bath. I've had my bath. He was very much looking forward to that bath. He says he's very, very tired. Oh, my glasses are steaming up. I'm so excited. And I'm about to make dinner. Now, it's late for dinner for me. Since the diabetic diagnosis, oh, they're absolutely filthy. I've been trying to eat a bit earlier so that I'm not going to bed with raging blood sugars. But alas, needs must. It's absolutely hammering it down outside as well. So tonight is one of our favourite dinners, and I thought about it because David said he wanted veg. Oh, we're having broccoli as well. David said he wanted veg, but it's from a girl called Jack. 100 delicious budget recipes by Jack Monroe, and it's chestnut and red wine casserole. I don't drink booze, but the wine cooks off here, so it's fine. And yeah, it's a delicious casserole, and I'm going to do it with some mashed potato and some broccoli on the side. And then I think we're just going to watch some rubbish on telly. So I think I'll cook that. Oh, I've stuck myself in there. And I'll start by peeling and finely slicing the onion and the garlic. Because it takes 40 minutes to cook. So I really better get a wiggle on. Be late night otherwise. Well, it looks and smells delicious. So I'm looking forward to getting to it. But it looks like it's got a long way to go yet. It says to put it on the lowest heat. I've made this loads of times as well. I've cranked it up a little bit, and I'm doing the mashed potato as jacket potatoes, because I remember once reading that if you want nice mashed potato, if you cook them in the oven, which is using unnecessary energy, I've just realised, it takes all the moisture out and it makes them very nice. So we'll see. I think David and I, come with me into the lounge. I think we're going to watch this week's House of Games, because we haven't watched any of it. And I don't know if you know, but I love House of Games. Minnie's being super cute. She's just following us around all the time. So I suppose I'll get House of Games up and ready. Oh, I brought the wrong control over, but luckily David had already put those controls there. Oh, gosh, she's running over to come and have a cuddle. Come on then. You just want to cuddle all the time, don't you? Meow, 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 meow. Cool. Once it's cooked, I'll show you it. And then I guess I'll answer the question and read you a poem. Because I imagine David's going to want quite the early night tonight. And I've also got to pick my Outfits October outfit, which is all very exciting. Oh, David's cup's over here. He never sits on this side. Unusual. I'd read a bit more of Nightcrawling in the bath. Exactly. Yeah, I think it's really good. It's oh, and we've got RuPaul's Drag Race to watch from Thursday as well. It's picked up quite a lot. It's moved on. I mean, I've only read like 40 pages, and already she's gone from losing her virginity to someone who thought she was a prostitute and paid her $200, to then literally the next night thinking, this is how I can make money. But I suppose that's the desperation of it, isn't it? Not having the money. Well, I hope that wasn't David falling over. There it is. I also haven't watched all of... We never did catch up on Celebrity MasterChef either. So I don't know who's won that. I could probably just look now. In fact, I might. So yeah, a bit of reading. I'm pleased with all the videos I've got done today. Are you pleased, Minnie? And obviously it's lovely to have David back. Week 4 Tuesday, week 4 Monday. My dad was very taken with Natasha Raskin-Sharp. He said she's the most intelligent person he's ever seen on it. Would you agree, Minnie? So yes, I look forward to watching that and eating some casserole. Just being cosy. Let me go and put my cardigan on, but you mustn't put a hole in it, Minnie. Just realised I didn't show you any of the dinner, but well, David's went pretty quickly. The only thing that did happen, God, I'm on a right old wonk here. The only thing that did happen is that we didn't have any butter, so we just had jacket potatoes instead of mashed potatoes. And what have we got for dinner tomorrow night, David?
Oh yeah, we're having pretty much the same dinner, aren't we? Never mind.
Anyway, I'm wrapping up the old the old reading vlog now. We've watched 2 episodes of House of Games. We still haven't got past the first round with getting a question right.
I don't think we
Let alone ever getting a 100p. Anyway, today's question, David, is there a book you've never read but tell people you have? Is there a book you've never read but tell people you have? Why is the end part. Now, my answer to this question is not since school. So when I was in school, when we were doing either AS level or A level English, we read Hard Times by Charles Dickens, which I really enjoyed. Like, I think even to this day, it's probably my favourite Dickens novel. And then the following term, we were supposed to read North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell and compare the two. I never read North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell. So when the question asks, is there a book you've never read but tell people you have? Why? The answer is, well, I've never told, I guess I've told the exam board that I have, and I told my teacher that I had. But yeah, I never read North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell. I bet I would really like it. So I should really change that and read North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell. The reason why, I guess, is probably because I'd rather be off smooching boys than reading North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell. So that's my answer. David, is there a book you've never read but tell people you have? Why?
No.
Well, that's the end of that then, isn't it? There we go. And then the poem for today, it's the 30th of September today. So it's the last poem of September. Oh, there's 2 poems on here. 30 Days Hath September by Anonymous, or 30 Days Hath September by Micheal Rosen. And Micheal Rosen, I've read one of Micheal Rosen's books. Is it this year or is it last year? But it was one of my favourite books of this year or last year. I can't remember. Was it last year I read it? Might have been this year. Anyway, this is 30 Days Hath September by Micheal Rosen. 30 Days Hath September, all the rest I can't remember.
There we go.
That's a good, cute little poem to end on, isn't it? So yeah, thanks so much for tuning in for the reading vlog, and I'll see you all again soon for another book cheer video and reading vlog. Bye!